Hey, everybody out there, welcome to Game 1 of the 1980 NBA Season Revisited series here. Guys, I announced this maybe 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I don't quite recall. Basically, this is my response to NBA 2K26 being absolute garbage. As those who have been following my channel already know, I've tried to do my NBA Legends in the Modern Era series, and I've tried, but the game is just too buggy. It's a horrible game. Don't buy it. I put in so much work into that series, building uniforms, playbooks. The rosters were constructed specifically around each corresponding legend. And there were 10 legends, guys. That's 10 teams. I had to curate, playbooks, uniforms, tendencies, making sure everybody's tendencies matches. It was a lot of work that went into that, man, that you guys don't see. And for the game, you can't. Ah, man. But anyway, that's in the past. What we're doing now is we're on NBA 2K25, guys, because NBA 2K25 has some of the smoothest gameplay that I have ever seen. And I just assumed that it would be like that on NBA 2K26, but unfortunately, it's not. So that's in the past. We're here now. Well, kind of funny. We're talking about the past. We're in the future in the past because we're going to 1980 now, guys. The 1979-80 NBA season. And not just this, too. I got to go ahead and start this series because uh, we spent a lot of time in the modern era. I've done my Michael Jordan series in the modern era. I've done a Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson series in the modern era. And those were really fun. But you know what? Let's just take it back and just go and just show basketball the way it was, or at least the best we can here on 2K with the best we can with classic rosters in season format. And just go back and relive some of those classic matchups that we all grew up on. At least I did. If you were born in the 80s or the late 70s, you grew up on this stuff. And the years that we'll be covering, and I'll be covering each single season together at the same time. We won't be showing every single game as you see here, but we'll just pick out matchups that are pretty cool that everybody might want to look at. Like, for instance, what's a good? I got the Lakers right here, or highlighted. A good matchup right here, like the Phoenix Suns. That'll be a great game. Lakers and the Suns will be good. Lakers and the Bucks here will be pretty good. We've got the Bullets right there, of course, and of course the Houston Rockets. That will be a good matchup right there. That's coming up, and Golden State and Portland because they're a good running team here. But yeah, we'll be covering 1980 season. We'll also be doing the 1985 season. The reason why I chose these seasons is because these seasons to me are the seasons that define the NBA as we know it. The 1980 season, obviously, we know why it's important. Magic and Bird came into the league, changed everything. Like the league, we've all know the story of the NBA. It was, drugs was a problem. It was seen as being too black, all that crazy stuff. But more importantly, the game style was too one-on-one centric, kind of the way it is now. The way the NBA is now, there's not a lot of ball movement. It's too isocentric. That's the way it was back in the late 70s. Bird and Magic come in, they changed all that. The NBA has not been the same since, and then everything just picked up and then changed. So I felt like, and then, Magic Johnson with his amazing performance in the NBA Finals that year when he played center and all that stuff. But we're going to go ahead and just revisit that season. And we're not going to try to play out the way it was. We're just going to just watch the teams and let it happen organically. Maybe we'll see some surprises. Now, I do want to say this in this series. We're going to do some what if situations too. For instance, in the 1989 season that we're going to be doing, you will be seeing Arvydas Sabonis playing for the Portland Trailblazers. Remember, Arvydas Sabonis was drafted in 1986 Lithuania to play for the Blazers, but unfortunately, due to the world issues at the time, he was not eligible to come play in the United States. So we missed out on some of the best basketball we could have ever seen. Sabonis should have been there. Could you imagine what it would have been like with Sabonis playing with Clyde Drexler in their primes? If you know anything about Arvydas Sabonis, he was a great floor runner. His passing IQ was up there with Magic and Bird. I'm sorry, it just is. He's one of the best passers I've ever seen, particularly out of the post. He can step out and hit the shot, hit the distance shot, and he's a low post threat. So you put that with someone like Drexler, you can imagine like the lob passes that he would be doing. Like you see what Jokic is doing today. Just imagine Jokic in the '80s. That's what Sabonis is like. People have no idea how good he was. So we'll be seeing him in the 1989 series on Portland. That will be something that I'm going to change and do a little bit of history retconning there. But yeah, we'll be covering the 1980 NBA season, the 1985 season. I've already did a preview of that, where obviously that's important because that's Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Stockton, and Olajuwon's first year, arguably the greatest draft class of all time. They come in the league after Bird and Magic established the limelight. They took it the distance to where it is. And then after that, we'll be doing 1989. That's the year where, quite frankly, the Chicago Bulls said, we're coming. Michael hit the shot. The bad boy Pistons took the Lakers down once and for all. They were never the same. That was the end of Showtime, and we started making our way towards the 90s. And remember, that year is the year Michael Jordan played point guard in 1989. So and it's going to be interesting to watch the plays that get ran, because it's a totally different style of offense that Michael Jordan played in 1989 that we would come to play with the triangle offense. And, it's interesting to see outside of James Harden, obviously here in the modern era, we've never seen a guy score 30-plus points and play point guard like that. You can make a case for Nate Tiny Archibald when he did it, but he doesn't have the size. Like for instance, even Harden is 6'5". He's a big guy and scores around 30, 32 points a game when he led the league in scoring and played point guard. Michael Jordan is 6'6" and far more athletic than any of those guys playing point guard. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out with Chicago and all that stuff with the pick. They were running a lot of high pick and roll with Jordan those days with Bill Cartwright and Horace Grant, with Pippen on the wing running and all that stuff, and John Paxson floating around doing those things. And they had Craig Hodges too. Don't forget about that. So yeah, and then we'll be doing the 1992 season revisited. Obviously, we know what that's about. That's the year the Chicago Bulls, repeated. This is what's happening. We're the new dynasty. The NBA had been the same since. It was an amazing season. The Portland Trail Blazers were amazing that year. The Utah Jazz were great that year. And Reggie Miller, for the first time in the playoffs, he had a great playoff. People forget Reggie had people talk about the New York Knicks with the playoffs. People forget what he did in the first round in 1992, man. Had an amazing playoffs that year. That was the arrival that Reggie Miller became a star. So we'll be covering that as well. Also, too, Charles Barkley with the Philadelphia 76ers before he goes to the Suns will be interesting. You'll see the Phoenix Suns before Barkley. You can see why they have all that talent. They just need a superstar. That's all they needed to be able to make the finals. Then after that, we'll be doing the 1996 season, guys. And then followed by that speaks for itself. We all know the 96 season, the 72 Bulls, but also we'll show the Seattle Supersonics offense. No, they don't get, obviously, when you lose the NBA championship, you don't get talked about, because the old song is no time for losers, because we are the champions. Nobody remembers the losers. But the Seattle Supersonics are one of the best teams of all time. They just don't get talked about it because they lost the NBA championship. But they won 67 games. They deserve to be mentioned, and we'll cover them. We'll also be showing a young Kevin Garnett in Minnesota. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Watching Kevin Garnett playing small forward. Yeah, remember, there was a time when Kevin Garnett was playing small forward. Interesting enough, too, we'll be showing players playing in different positions in this series, too, because in this particular series here, people forget, Magic Johnson in 1980 was not a point guard. Magic didn't become a point guard really until 1982. That's when he officially became a point guard. Right now, he's a two guard. People forget that. He wasn't always a point guard. He came into the league as a two guard, and we'll be seeing it here. As we'll be seeing Larry Bird here as power forward. Larry Bird came into the NBA as a power forward, not a small forward, and we'll be seeing it here. So, without any further ado, guys, wait a minute. Before I go, we're doing 96, and then we'll be doing the 98 season. I have more to explain. We'll be doing the 1998 season as well. And that's the last dad season. And we'll be doing that from the perspective of the Chicago Bulls, because in that season, you're going to see the Chicago Bulls play the entire season the way it happened. If you remember, Scottie Pippen missed 35 games. So you're going to watch an aging Michael Jordan playing 40 to 44 minutes a night, just like he did in 98. and basically try to carry that team to All-Star break before Pippen comes back, essentially, and try to keep that team afloat with Ron Harper and Kukoc in and out of the lineup and Robin, in and out of the lineup. It was so much going on. And the one constant was Michael Jordan that year. He really was. He was the one constant on that team. So that'll be interesting to watch that. We'll also get to see Shawn Kemp in Cleveland and what that was like. They made the playoffs that year. They get a lot of flack, made the playoffs that year. You also take a look at the young Lakers squad with Kobe on the bench, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Shaquille O'Neal, Eldon Campbell, Robert Horry. Rest in peace, Eldon Campbell, by the way. I believe he just passed away. Rest in peace, Eldon Campbell. Yeah. But, we'll take a look at that. That'll be interesting. Also, the Utah Jazz will be spotlighted. The 98 Utah Jazz will be spotlighted. Of course, the Indiana Pacers, the Miami Heat 98 will be spotlighted. So many things to cover. It's too much to do. But if you know the years and the eras I'm talking about, you understand where this is going. And, and the final year will be the 2008 season. We'll be covering that. That's the year of the big three with Garnett, Allen, and Pierce for the first time. And Kobe Bryant finally gets some help for the first time. That's the first year they brought people in to actually give Kobe a decent chance at making a title run again. And we'll take a look at how that happened. It's also, too, the emergence of Chris Paul as a dominant point guard. We'll take a look at that. That's going to be interesting. People forget how good Chris Paul was, man. He was dominant. His first couple years in the NBA, he was dominant, okay? He was as dominant a player as you are ever going to see at the point guard spot. We're talking about a guy who put up 25, 30 points a game, 8 assists with very few turnovers, okay? He's just a machine out there at one point. And he's defensively solid, despite his lack of size. You would think he'd be taken advantage of every night, but he wasn't, despite not being that big of a guy. He's one of the best defenders in the game, easily, at the time. So we'll be taking a look at that. Also, too, we'll take a look at Dwight Howard being a young Dwight Howard, Dirk Nowitzki in his prime, and all that. The Dallas Mavericks with Jason Terry on the come up. The San Antonio Spurs going for their repeat after they came off the 2007 championship against a young LeBron James. We'll be seeing that as well. So with that out of the way, guys, and everything that's been explained, let's get into game one of the – well, before we go there, let's go ahead and take a look at these rosters here for a little bit to give you guys an idea of what you're going to be seeing. Right here, you have the Los Angeles Lakers, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, at 32 years of age, the best player in the world. You better believe it. 99 overall, the Lakers. Let's go ahead and put this on the detailed. No? Yeah, my fault. Here we go. We'll do it this way. Magic Johnson as a rookie, 95 overall. Don't let it fool you. It's based on his build, not just his effect on the game. We have Jamaal Wilkes at 88 at small forward, sweet shoot. Norm Nixon at point guard. Spencer Haywood at power forward. Michael Cooper coming off the bench as the sixth man for the Lakers. And Jim Jones, Mark Landsberger. How many people remember him, man? Hard banger on the glass for the Lakers. Very vital. There's the Lakers roster. Let's take a look at the Boston Celtics real quick. Because I know we can go ahead and take a look at Larry and the boys. Let's get these guys all highlighted. Where's Larry and the boys? There's Larry, best player on his team, 95 overall. To mirror Magic, of course. They're rookies. I'm sorry. Bird and Magic were that good as rookies. I'm sorry. They just were. They were. I mean, if I will fight anybody who thinks those ratings don't match up. Bird and Magic as rookies were that good. I'm sorry. And I think 95 each is about right for their rookie season. And they only get better. They only get better from there. So you got Dave Cowens. People forget Dave Cowens was starting at center for them, the holdover from the 1970s. Nate Tiny Archibald in the backcourt with Cedric Cornbread Maxwell. Chris Ford, the first man to hit a three-point shot in the NBA. That's the first guy. The first guy to ever hit a three-pointer, Chris Ford. ML Carr. Rick Roby coming off the bench. Gerald Henderson. Don Chaney. DeGregorio. And Gail Goodrich holding over from the Lakers, coming over as a free agent. Now, some of you probably thinking, where's some of you hardcore thinking, where's Pete Maravich at? Pete Maravich didn't join until midway through the season. That trade will be made to Utah at the right time. But for those that are wondering where Pete Maravich is, he'll be here. But he's on Utah right now. We'll make that trade at midseason when it's time for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other lots. The Cleveland Cavaliers with Mike Mitchell. Let's go Campy Russell holding over from the 1970s player, 1970s All-Star level player. And but how about this on the bench though? Walt Clyde Frazier played for the Cavaliers from the New York Knicks. There he is, Walt Frazier. Yeah, man, he only played 3 games. Played 3 games that year and then retired. Played 3 games, but he was there. The Chicago Bulls with Artis Gilmore. Reggie Theus in the house, a young Reggie Theus. We got David Greenwood. Ricky Sobers from the Phoenix Suns comes over from the 1970s Phoenix Suns. We have Scott May, Cedric. We got Kobe Dietrich, Ollie Johnson. Those are pretty much the notable players there, but I'm looking forward to seeing Artis Gilmore, man, because he is a powerhouse. Let me tell you. He's before Shaquille O'Neal got in the NBA, he might have been the strongest man ever played in the NBA. I think the strongest man ever played it's a 3-way tie between Wilt Chamberlain, Shaquille O'Neal, and Artis Gilmore, in my opinion. The 3 strongest guys to ever play in the NBA, period. It's got to be one of those 3 guys. You got Elvin Hayes over here, Bobby Danvridge, Wes Unseld, Bowers, Greavy. You got Kevin Porter, Mitch Kupchak, future Los Angeles Laker, not there yet, but he's on the Bullets right there. I like these old school names. You don't see names like this anymore. Like Junior Bridgman. How about there's Brian Winters. I said Mike, man. I made a mistake. It was supposed to be Brian. It's supposed to be Brian Winters. It's Mike Winters. One of the best 3-point shooters of the early 3-point era, which is now. Quinn Buckner, defensive stopper, future Boston Celtic. For those that are historians about the Boston Celtics, we know that. Sidney Moncrief, a young Sidney Moncrief, only 22 years of age right here, but man, we already know he's going to become. Kent Benson, George Johnson. Let's go over here to man, Julius the Dr. Irving with man holding it down. Still only 29 years of age, still in his prime. But he's starting, he's getting up there, but he's still the man, still dunking on guys. You got Bobby Jones, just came over from the Denver Nuggets, was traded for. Now he's there. You got Daryl Dawkins, still young. You got a young Maurice Cheeks, Caldwell Jones, Doug Collins on the bench. That's right. Doug Collins played basketball at one point, y'all. He wasn't just a guy on the microphone telling you about basketball. He used to play. Steve Bix. You got Henry Bibby, Mike Bibby's dad. You got Clint Richardson, Eric Money, Bernard Toon, reporter, Jim Spanarkel. I love these names. You don't get names like this in the NBA anymore, man. Spanarkel. And we on the Golden State Warriors. Robert Parrish, before he's a Celtic, people forget. Robert Parrish used to play for the Golden State Warriors. It happened. That's how they traded for him. They got him for the Warriors. You got Purvis Short, John Lucas. You got Phil Smith, Parker, Clifford Ray, Tom Abernathy, John Cochran. And how about this one, guys? Cheese Johnson. That's when you know you're in the 80s, man. Guy's name is Cheese, man. Cheese Johnson is freaking playing. Cheese Johnson is here, man. Portland Trailblazers, we got Mo Lucas, Kermit Washington. Those are some tough customers right there, man. Them two. You know what they all about. Kermit Washington, Maurice Lucas. I ain't never met a fight they back down from. Man. Brewer, Michael Thompson, future Laker, Bobby Gross, coming off the 1977 championship from a year past with Bill Walton, who's no longer there. Lionel Hollins, future coach in the NBA. Dave Twarzik, Levin Steele. So many guys here. You guys see them. And then we have the defending NBA champion. Remember, this is the 1979 Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks. I'm still about the Super Bowl. The Seattle Supersonics. Defending champions from 1979. Then led by Dennis Johnson, Gus Williams, Jack Sukma. Lonnie Shelton. Downtown Freddie Brown, known for his deep shooting. One of the better 3-point shooters of the early 3-point era. And when I say good, for back then, if you made like 35 3-pointers in the season, you were considered to be good. That's how it was back because the line was brand new. You were considered to be a good shooter if you make 35 in the season. That's like less than 1.6 to 3 per game. It's not even a 3 a game. Because 82 games, you only hit 35. That's a lot for back then. Then we got the Greyhound, Walter Davis over here with Paul Westphal in the backcourt, still holding it down. Alvin Adams, Truck Robinson. Yes, his name is Truck Robinson. I can't make this up, man. The dude actually sounds like the way he plays. Truck Robinson. Power, 6'7". Man, and look at that. He's 6'7" playing power forward, guys. So small ball has always been around. It's always been around. People don't want to act like it's brand new. It's always been around. Don Busey, one of the best ball pushers of the era, played in the ABA. Mike Bratz, 23, destined to be in Chicago. As a matter of fact, he's the last guy to wear 23 in Chicago. He's going to get traded to the Chicago Bulls, but he'll be the last guy to wear 23 before Michael Jordan shows up. I know that is some serious, deep, unnecessary NBA knowledge that nobody cares about, but I know that Mike Bratz is the last guy to wear 23 before Jordan shows up. There's Gar Hurd. The guy hit the big shot in 76 in the finals against the Celtics to send into that crazy game, that triple overtime. Kyle Macy, future Chicago Bull. Ken Charles, John Havlicek holding over. I don't know. I guess they got him over there just because. I guess he's on the roster just because, like as a tutor. He didn't play. He didn't play not one game. He was long retired by then. And then, of course, the San Antonio Spurs with George Gervin, Larry Keenan, Paul Silas, Mike Overton, Billy Pultz, the Whopper, one of my favorite players of all time. I just love his name, the Whopper. Good rebounder, tough guy. Kevin Restani, man, you just can't make these names up. Mike Gale, Sylvester Norris. Last time you heard somebody named Sylvester, man. Hey, the '80s is something else, man. And then over here in the Houston Rockets, we have Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, Rudy Tomjanovich, Rick Barry. That's right, Rick Barry played for the Houston Rockets in his final season, and he hit. I believe Rick Barry was in the top 10 three-point makers that year too. So Rick definitely proved he could hit the three-point shot that season. I think Rick hit about maybe just around 90-something threes that year. Not a lot, of course. I mean, it's not by today's standards, it's nothing, but we're talking 1979, 80 here. The line's just been invented for the NBA. So it's, you got Robert Reed here, LaVelle, Mike Dunleavy, Sr. Remember that the Houston Rockets are destined to make the NBA Finals to play the Boston Celtics the very next year after this. So you can see the beginnings there right there. Moses Malone right there with Kareem. They're the two best overall players in the game right now. It's Kareem and Moses. It's between those two right now. And the Detroit Pistons, as they were then, vintage jerseys, guys. We got Bob Lanier. We got Bob McAdoo, John Long, Tyler, Greg Kelsler, rookie Greg Kelsler, along with Magic Johnson, fresh off of their win against the against the Indiana State Sycamores at Michigan State. We got Jim McElroy, Leon Douglas, Tim Durrott, one of the better three-point shooters of the early three-point era. People don't know much about him. Look him up. He was one of the better distance shooters. And Phil Hubbard, future Cavalier right there. He'll be on the Cavaliers. There's Dick Schneider. That's right, folks. That's a real name. It's the 80s, baby. Dick Schneider is in the freaking house. All hail Dick Schneider. God, I love the 80s, man. God, it's so fucking beautiful. Then we got the Indiana Pacers. Alex English, before he goes to Denver, with the Indiana Pacers, still not the player he's going to end up becoming yet. We got Mickey Johnson, John Edwards, future Detroit Piston, Johnny Davis, Mike Bantam. We got Len Elmore, future TV broadcast legend, Billy Knight, Brad Davis, future Dallas Maverick point guard, Clement Johnson, Joe Haslett, Corky Calhoun, guys. That's his name. John Custer, Mike Flynn, Tanzino. On the Denver Nuggets, look at this offensive roster. Man, this is an offense right here. You got Dan Issel at center. You got David Thompson, man. Don't let that overall fool you. He is a slasher par excellence. You got George McGinnis, Bob Wilkerson running the wings for you, and you got Jim Roche pushing the ball. And you got this guy coming off the member. Look this gentleman up. Glenn Gonjeri. Hard name to say, but just know this. Again, one of the better three-point shooters of the early three-point shooting era. Six man for the Denver Nuggets. And you got Charlie Scott holding over for the 1970s, holding on. One of the better players of the 1970s, all-star level player. Gary Garland. I believe that's Winston Garland's father. I think that's Winston Garland's father from the NBA Today. That's his dad. I believe that is. Then you got Lou Hudson from the Atlanta Hawks over here holding on. In the 1970s. Then you got the New Jersey Nets. They are still reeling from the loss of Dr. J. Remember, Dr. J was on the Nets before they became an NBA team from the ABA, and they have not recovered since they lost him. Although they have Calvin Nat, he's not as good as he's going to be. He's still a young man. He's only 23 years old. He's got a long way to go but he'll be in Portland. Unfortunately for the Nets, by the time Calvin Nat reaches all-star status, he'll be in Portland. So that's unfortunate for them. They let him go. But as you can see, they are one of the worst teams. Look, guys, Phil Jackson was there. That's how bad the team was. Okay, Phil Jackson at 34 years of age. I think that was his last, I think that's his last season. He's coming off the bench for the New Jersey Nets. And George Karl for that matter. So you got two future legendary coaches on the same team, Phil Jackson and George Karl. How about that, guys? That's how it is, man. Every era produces legendary coaches, man. And that's it. That's every. On New York Knicks, you got Michael Ray Richardson, folks. If you don't know about him, look him up. He's one of those. Michael Ray Richardson is one of those what if guys. If he had stayed away from the drugs and all the crazy stuff, there's no question he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think there's any question about it. If you guys ever seen the TNT special, Whatever Happened to Michael Ray, look that up on YouTube and watch that. That'll give you a lot of information about Michael Ray Richardson because he was one of the best players of the early 80s. And really the 70s too, the late 70s, early 80s, had he not had the problems he had, he'd have been a first ballot Hall of Famer easy. And you have Bill Cartwright in his rookie season. This is back when Bill Cartwright was an all-star player. People forget. I tell people all the time, Bill Cartwright was not just a guy with a funny jump shot on the Chicago Bulls. He is a solid NBA player. Remember, he made all-star teams before his injuries. One of the best back-to-the-basket and defensive centers in the league at the time. And he's just getting started. He's only 22 years of age right here. People just have no idea how good Cartwright really was. All they see is him at the end of his career with the Bulls and think, he's just getting carried. No, Cartwright is a player. I've been saying it for years. Ray Williams, you got T. Knight, you got Joe Merriweather, you got Marvin Webster, Mike Glenn coming off the bench. You got Earl the Pearl Monroe in his final season at 35 years of age. Earl the Pearl Monroe, we'll be showing him a couple of times. Maybe we'll get a few fancy moves from him a few fancy moves from Earl the Pearl Monroe before the series is over. You got Jimmy Clemens, future assistant coach for the Chicago Bulls in the early 90s. Len Hudson, Mike Cooper, and Steve Kuberski. If I got that name wrong. Some of these names are hard to say. For the Kansas City Kings, Otis Birdsong, Scott Wedman, future Boston Celtic, one of the best three-point shooters of the early three-point era. You got Phil Ford, North Carolina standout, Sam Lacey, and Bob Robertson, Mike Green. You got Reggie King. You guys see the rosters here. And as we go down here with the Jazz, we have Adrian Dantley. There's Pete Maravich, guys. And look at that, Bernard King. Guys, imagine this. Imagine all these three guys in their prime now. See, unfortunately, it's funny. Adrian Dantley is in his prime now. Maravich is past his prime, and King is a rookie. It's like they got the Holy Trinity. They got the Son, the Father, and the Holy Spirit. If they had all three of them in their prime, they would be a freaking monster offensively. Because you got three of the greatest offensive players that ever played a game. Like Bernard King was just a walking. All three of these guys were walking buckets in their own right. No, he was one of the best back to the basket post up scoring players of all time. Pete Maravich, we know what he's there. He's just He is Pete. We know what Pistol Pete is, and Bernard King is just. They call him. Listen, they call Bernard King the BK Broiler. That's all you need to know. They call him the BK Broiler. So he's just man, amazing offensive players there. But they're all at different points. But it's funny because they're all at different points of their careers. They can't make it work. Now the Atlanta Hawks. This is pre-Dominique Wilkins. Remember, this is 1979, 1980 here. We have Dan Roundfield, one of the best hard-charging big men. However, he's undersized. He's 6'8". Remember, people say small ball began in this era. Small ball has always been a part of the NBA. They just don't want to acknowledge it. He's 6'8", playing power forward. And he's 205 pounds. He's not a big man at all. He got John Drew at 6'6". Listen, imagine John Drew is 6'6", and Ronfield is 6'8". They could easily switch pick and roll. See what I'm saying? They can switch pick and roll easily. You got Eddie Johnson. You got Big Tree Rollins, 24 years of age, 7'1", with a 7'5" wingspan. I believe. I think it's something like that. Crazy shot blocker. You got Armand Hill, Terry Furlow, Tom McMillan, looking like he's a freaking. Look at this silver fox. He's 27 years old. He's already gray hair. only in the 80s, man. Only in the 80s can you be 27 and look like that. That's the way it was, though. We all know how it is. Like everybody was like, "Oh, how old is he? Oh, he's 27. He's got gray hair." That's just the way it was back then, man. And I think that now we got San Diego Clippers, World B. Free, and Bill Walton. Now, Bill Walton might not be there. He's sometimes with his injuries. He's available to play now, but Bill Walton's subject to injury. World B. Free is basically a walking bucket. Bill Walton, the legendary Portland Trail Blazer, led him to the championship in '77 against Dr. J's Philadelphia 76ers. The first team that I know of that accurately used the triangle offense before the Chicago Bulls did. If you go back and watch the '77 Portland Trail Blazers, they were using the triangle offense that Jordan and Pippen will be using in the '90s to beat the Sixers in '77. So they were ahead of their time with their ball movement offense, and they centered around Bill Walton with his cutting and his passing around him. Swin Nader, future Los Angeles Laker to be part of the Showtime Lakers. We have Freeman Williams. We got Kobe Bryant's father. Rest in peace, Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. My goodness. Man, he was 6. Man, is there any wonder why Kobe was as good as he was? Look at that. His dad was 6'10", 195 pounds. There you go. It's basically Kevin Durant. Your dad was basically Kevin Durant. He's 6'10", 185, man. I mean, come on. And he's playing power forward, but he's really a small forward. He's playing small forward and power forward. Mobile and athletic and tall. It's amazing. We got steady point forward. We got Nick Witherspoon, John Whitfield. We got Norm Van Leer on his last legs over here from the Chicago Bull days. Remember, Norm Van Leer and Jerry Sloan played in the backcourt for the Chicago Bulls in the 70s and were probably the most fiercest backcourt defensively the league has ever seen at that time. And we got Piakowski. I can't say that name. That's a tough name to say. I can't say it. John Brown, John Olive. Okay. And now back to the Boston Celtics. We've already seen them. We got them. And that's everybody, guys. I think that's everybody. So that is the league as it was in 1980, man. And yeah, there we go. So without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into this first game of the season. as the Los Angeles Lakers will be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the Great Western Forum, the way it was back in 1979, folks. There it is. Let's get this going, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. And the only thing I ask is that if you like what you see, guys, please like the video, share, subscribe, and make sure you guys check out the description area for the storylines, as well as descriptions and historical anecdotes that I might mention about the game we're going to watch. And without any further ado, guys, let's get into it. Bucks, Lakers, 1980, kicking the season off. Let's go. Magic Johnson playing two guard. What's it going to look like? Let's find out.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Along with Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got David Aldridge reporting in from the sideline. The day is finally here, Clark, for both these teams. Opening night. Man, I'm glad to have you with us, folks, on 2K Sports.
Glad to be here as well, Kevin. It's always exciting to tip off a new season. Never gets old or tired. I know these guys have been looking forward to this game for a long time, so let's go.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. And that one drops for him. Abdul-Jabbar's got the game going here with the first basket for the Lakers.
Well, you got to bring more energy than this. Abdul-Jabbar is not going to be thrown off much by a little contact.
Buckner the pass to Winters. Here's Buckner. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J. Johnson gets the bucket.
Nice work from the mid-range. Johnson is creative at finding space to get his shot off.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Nixon, the pass to Johnson. It's picked off. And it's the Bucks on the break. And that one is stuffed right through.
Creating offense through working hard on defense. Boy, I love seeing that.
I know you do, going all the way with it, too.
Yeah, you see the tenacity from them on both ends. Impressive sequence.
Here's Nixon. Pass to Haywood. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Buckner. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Johnson, the pass to Haywood. And slammed up by Haywood.
His athletic ability, especially his vertical, levels the playing field for him at the 4 spot, making up for his smaller build.
Here's Buckner. Down low, Benson. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Buckner the pass to Winters. Great look, but off the mark.
That's a shot he'd like back. Won't miss those very often.
Well, a good look. They keep getting shots like that. They'll be all right.
Johnson down low. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Marcus Johnson not afraid to express some physicality there. Able to draw the foul as a result.
It's his first trip to the line.
Marcus Johnson at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
We can see right now both teams are coming out trying to really get that half-court offense working, but Magic Johnson's thrown a few turnovers. I guess they're not used to those quick passes.
This one at the line is good.
And we all
Remember, the passing angles in the NBA back then were really, really small because you only have the court spacing, so it's really hard to fit those passes in there. You really got to take your time and be methodical with your offense when it slows down. Otherwise, it's going to be a turnover, as we already seen here. Marcus Johnson, one of the best swingmen of the era at this time.
Good on
Putting up points early.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Wilkes. Abdul-Jabbar up top. Out left to the wing. Haywood, the pass to Wilkes. Over Johnson. Wilkes, good.
A confident mid-range shooter. Wilkes gets the space he needs and lets his mechanics do the rest.
Johnson left side. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Johnson's got 6.
You know, if the defense is going to give him the mid-range jump shot, he's going to take it all game long. Doing a nice job keeping things simple.
Well, the defense must guard him better than that, especially when he's operating around the mid-range area.
Here's Wilkes. It's good. Wilkes has got his second basket of the game.
So active on the boards. Wilkes puts it right back where he got it this time.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Johnson with the rebound.
I think they were going for a little extra flavor there, ultimately coming up way short.
The timing on the pass was just off. And as a result, the play blows up in their faces.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Milwaukee?
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, a fadeaway J off the mark. For Milwaukee, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Winters, covered by Johnson. Clock at 6. Buckner the pass to Winters. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Lakers trail by 4. Here's Nixon, still without a basket. Lakers passing it around. Johnson outside. Pass to Wilkes. Here's Nixon. Here's Haywood. With the clock winding down, and Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
They're lucky Kareem is there to save the play, using his reach to snag the ball and send it back.
Here's Buckner. Here's Johnson. Wilkes with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Johnson, the pass to Wilkes. Back to Johnson. Here's Nixon. He's looking for Abdul-Jabbar and finds him. Over Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar with the bucket. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6.
You know, you don't get to see the hook shot.
They came to double team Kareem, but the thing about Kareem, he doesn't have to dribble to score. He just turn around and shoot that sky hook from 5 feet. It's like a layup for him.
This one for 3. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Here's Nixon over to the wing. Wilkes the pass to Haywood. Here's Nixon. Johnson outside. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Here's the hook. Again, Los Angeles.
Down low, Kareem is just a monster, able to play over the D and get to a shot.
And the Bucks decide to take their first.
They just have no answer for Jabbar, man.
Right here, right now.
They're stopping the fast break, but once it gets to the half court, just give it to Kareem.
Cooper, he's checked in for Haywood. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Johnson's checked in. And so it's Milwaukee with it, trailing by 2.
Now Magic Johnson should be playing power forward now. He's up front now.
He's guarded by Cooper.
Magic's playing power forward.
Pass to Buckner. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson can't get it to go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. Cooper the pass to Nixon. Now Johnson. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Tried to catch Cooper on that cut to the basket, but, man, their defense is really good, man.
Hey, we know every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about.
That's just the way it was. Everybody's defense was good back then. You had no choice. Remember, back in the day, the rule was you had to play man-to-man defense, so you had to be a good defender to even be in the NBA back then. People forget that. You couldn't be in the NBA if you couldn't defend.
To winners. Here's Buckner. Shot clock at 6. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Johnson. Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. And it's blocked.
Got the hands up and deflected it, using all of that length.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Such great timing, defensive awareness, too. When you have to face a defender that can reject you like this, it certainly can change your approach.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Cooper. Here's Nixon. Here's Wilkes. Puts it up from 17, and it's in off the backboard. Wilkes has got 6 points.
A prolific scorer. Wilkes with a quick trigger.
Coach, a tough stretch for this offense.
I'd say they need to get back to what they do best. Right now, that's a question mark.
A big question mark. Now, here's Johnson. 6 points for him. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Wilkes, no good.
Los Angeles foul. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Bucks substitution. Harvey catching.
Bucks trail by 4.
Junior.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And with their offense sputtering, time to talk things over.
Yeah, they've got to get organized and make more of their opportunities.
Cummings, he's checked in for catching.
Number 6. Cummings.
It's Moncrief on the wing. Pass to Bridgman. Johnson with it. Here's Bridgman. 4 on the shot clock. Over Wilkes. Here's Johnson. Plays it up and banks it in.
Winning play there. Saw the opportunity to take a second crack at it.
Here's Nixon. Scoreless thus far on the wing. Johnson. Knocked loose, and it's stolen by Moncrief. The Bucks trail.
City Moncrief, one of the best defensemen of the era. Already getting started, even though he's young.
Pass Pass to Winters.
Good steal right there. Magic Johnson having his problems here in his first game.
6 to shoot. Here's Bridgman.
Tough one tonight. That's a tough shot.
Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Nixon. Off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
Superb focus inside from Nixon. He looks so poised.
Bucks trail by 4. Moncrief El Cid with it. Pass to Bridgman. Back to Moncrief. Here's Bridgman. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound the Lakers. Abdul-Jabbar's got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson, the pass to Wilkes, and it's stolen by Moncrief. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Bridgman. Here's Winters. He's guarded by Cooper. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And the Bucks making a change here. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 10-2 run here. Pass to Ford. Here's Cooper. Lakers working the ball around now. Ford, that's good.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Sidney Moncrief on the wing. Nothing on the board. From the high post, and the jumper is good. So it's the Lakers now. 4-point game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Nixon. Pass to Cooper. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
9 times out of 10, he probably misses that. But somehow, he found a way.
Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
Lakers foul. Norm. That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul. Coming into the floor for your Lakers.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first.
Jim Jones.
Now here is Moncrief. Here's Bridgman. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making things happen for the Lakers. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
What stood out to me in that first quarter was their saran wrap defense.
Yeah, they've got terrific focus on that end, making the effort to close out on shooters and stifle the offense.
Moncrief's shot is off. Lakers leading by 6. That's tipped. And here is Walton. Still scoreless. That one goes. Count it.
Couldn't help but see his man there. Bridgman with the dump off.
Here's Nixon. Pass to Cooper. Goes up on the high post. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Haywood's checked in.
Number 31. Spencer Haywood.
Bucks trail by 4. Now Moncrief. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. No good with the wing jumper.
Well, that was an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Also why the shooters struggle against him.
Pass to Haywood. Walton with the steal. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Drops in the breakaway layup. Walton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
What a sequence. The steal, the bucket. You talk about a two-way play.
Here's Nixon. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Haywood with a screen on Walton. 5 to shoot. Here's Haywood. Rebounded by the Bucks. Walton with the ball. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the lead clock continuing to grow. This is year 4 for the expansion Dallas Mavericks. Which city you think will be next to add an NBA franchise?
You know, Kevin, I don't have a crystal ball, but I think Minnesota almost got a team the same time as Dallas did. Perhaps they'll be next in line. With the way the game is growing in popularity, I wouldn't be surprised to see a few expansion teams in the near future.
And the Lakers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Here's the screen. Pass to Cooper, the 17-footer. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Cooper's got his second bucket.
And when you're guarding him,
Now you see Magic Johnson making plays from the 2-guard position at that wing position.
Walton against Cooper. Here's Bridgman. Still yet to score. Pass to Walton, and here's Moncrief. No good. That would have tied it. Johnson, the pass to Jones. Back to Johnson. Now Ford. Johnson outside. Haywood with a screen on Moncrief. Johnson, the pass to Cooper. Moncrief against Johnson. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jones's shot is off. Bucks trail by 3. And there's the drive. Bridgman. And again, the Bucks miss.
you know, he's taking shot after shot after shot, but still can't break out of this cold streak.
At this point, it's all mental. He's in his own head, not letting the shots come naturally.
Here's Cooper. Johnson down low. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Milwaukee making a switch here. Washington's checked in.
Richard Washington.
So it's the Bucks now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Walton against Cooper. Out to Moncrief. Pass to Catchings. Clock at 4. Here's Bridgman. Haywood with the rebound. Lakers leading by 3. Johnson outside. Here's Cooper. Walton defending. Here's Wilkes. Johnson, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Over Catchings. And the Lakers with another miss. Bucks trail by 3. Now here is Moncrief. Pass to Walton. They set the screen. Back to Moncrief. Over Johnson. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 6 in the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
Well, you want the ball in his hands. A real good offensive player.
The Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Washington kicks to Walton. Wide open look. Got it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Moncrief.
Just pulled up right over him. Saw the spot and executed.
Here's Cooper. Pass to Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Nails the hook. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points.
Nice hook shot there. That's a go-to move for him.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
He tried to get space with the fadeaway, but it might have just disrupted his shot even more.
Johnson finds Abdul-Jabbar.
Good defensive effort inside. But Kareem is so long and strong.
Man, that time Kareem drew. Let's look at that again. That time Kareem drew like four. They had 4 guys on Kareem that time trying to stop him. Look at that. Welcome to the 80s. Welcome to the 80s. Jesus Christ. When was the last time you seen that in the paint, man?
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
They're also doing a really good job on the offensive boards, bagging their own groceries, doing whatever it takes to get those second chance points.
Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar.
If you went into a lab to create the perfect center, it might be Kareem. 7'2", great touch, and just a tireless worker.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Clark comes in for Haywood. And it's Holland in for Cooper. Benson is checked in for the Bucks. Johnson comes in for Washington. Now, here's Johnson. He's got 6. Wilkes with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 7. Johnson attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
Impressive work down on the block.
The Bucks shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Johnson left side. Abdul-Jabbar grabs the miss. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Wilkes. Back to Johnson. And here's Carr. Holland the pass to Wilkes. Over Johnson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. A rebound by the Lakers. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Carr. Here's Holland. Walton defending. Johnson, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Holland. Lakers working the ball around now. Wilkes, no good. Walton against Johnson. Bridgman shot's good.
I like watching Bridgman capitalize down inside, making the defense pay.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. Holland the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Misses the baby hook. Bucks trail by 7.
When the inside defense tries to cut Johnson off, he recommits to the play and gives them some physicality right back.
For Milwaukee, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight, and the first one drops. The Bucks making a switch here. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Nixon. Pass to Wilkes. Over Johnson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Keep these handles, folks. A spin move like that is how you shake the nearest defender up for good.
Here's Buckner. No scoring in this one. Winners with the Buckets. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Nixon. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in.
Smooth reverse. He knew just what he was doing there.
Looking to slow it down here, coach, and run a play.
Yeah, which is interesting because that's what they've been struggling to execute.
That was an easy call on that shot.
Refs will call that one 10 out of 10 times.
The Bucks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. The Lakers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Hollins kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Nixon. Basket counts. Nixon.
Oh, what a move by Norm Nixon.
Really insisting on getting to the rim.
You can see the offense flows a little bit better when Norm's in there at point guard right now, man.
Power is better than manpower. He just wondered if
Here's Buckner. Here's Winner. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Nixon. Pass to Holland. Shot clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar and another basket.
Oh, that was a beautiful move by Jabbar. Faked him out completely and then went to the left hand sky hook.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Here's Buckner. High post shot. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
good work from mid-range. I like seeing him look to score from there.
Here's Nixon. 6 points for him. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Buckner grabs the board. Bucks trail by 8. And here is Johnson. He's got 8. Here's Buckner. And the Lakers making a change here.
Third personal foul. The fourth team foul. Substitution on the court.
55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Benson.
Unselfish play that time by Marcus Johnson. Recognized his team had a better look, and he got him the ball.
Jones passes to Nixon. There's 31 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Jones. Here's Buckner. Johnson, the pass to Benson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
We see the extra work he puts in from the line. It shows through when he needs it most.
The Bucks have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
Taking 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the Lakers making a change here. He hits the second from the line. There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Nixon. He has 6. Pass to Ford. Got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a grand finale to the half. Great shot from distance to give his team the momentum right before
the first 3 of the 80s. The first 3 of the 1980s. Hit by Michael Cooper.
Very tough to get a shot off against him.
The first ever three-pointer in NBA history.
Back to the action after this break.
Man, defensive game. Not a lot of transition for the Lakers here.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's been selective, making the most of his opportunities on offense.
Kareem with solid numbers, on pace for about 30 points tonight, look like.
The percentages matter too.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Here's Buckner. Pass to Winters. Fires for three. Connects from three-point range. Winters has got 9.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Wilkes, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Wilkes.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Wilkes. The offensive rebound. No good from Abdul-Jabbar. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bucks trail by 5. Here's Buckner. Pass to Winters. Here's Buckner. Clock at 6. Here's Benson. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. 7 points in the game.
And this demonstrates his strong work ethic. His teammates appreciate how hard he goes on the offensive glass.
Haywood, the pass to Wilkes. Now here's Johnson. Got a piece of it. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Johnson. The shot by Abdul-Jabbar, no good. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Winners, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Wilkes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
Welcome to the 1980s.
Clever play by Wilkes.
Wow. Hard fouls are just a way of life.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
No flagrant. 2-shot foul. Keep playing. It should be 3 to make 2, but they don't have that on the game, unfortunately. In 1980, you got 3 free throws to make 2 back then.
What you like about Wilkes is
2K didn't put that in the game, unfortunately. I wish they did.
A gritty rebounder, an impressive passer, the total package.
And he makes both free throws. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Buckner. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
A jump ball has been called.
Winters misses. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Nixon. 6 points for him. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. 5 on the clock. And again, no good by the Lakers. Bucks trail by 3. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Johnson, the pass to Buckner. Winters with the bucket. Winters has got the game tied up here for Milwaukee.
The defense is just suffering a total breakdown, allowing him to fire from downtown.
Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Haywood. Here's Wilkes, covered by Johnson. Wilkes, no good. And the Bucks with possession. Big stretch here, going 10-2. Offensive rebound. Lakers have gone 0-5 to the start of the second quarter. Extremely cold shooting coming out of the locker room. Johnson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Gotta be careful how you guard him, because he's adept at picking up fouls.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
He couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Fast break buckets, easy money, and they are very key to your success.
It's so tough scoring in this league. You run anytime you can.
That's his first personal foul.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That's good from Johnson.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't hit the second.
I know he wanted to get them the lead here, but they'll just have to settle for a tied score.
Here's Winner. A rebound by the Lakers. Johnson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Johnson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Connects again from distance.
You know, you'd think the height mismatch would run him off the perimeter. No, sir. Didn't happen there.
Takes more than just some extra inches to deter him. He was committed to getting his shot.
Nixon. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
On the other side of an assist, Nixon. A little role reversal right there. I like it.
Here's Buckner. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Carr, he's checked in for the Lakers.
Number 7, Kenny Carr.
On defense, the Lakers. Johnson, the pass to Buckner. Here's Winters. Here's Benson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Benson's got 9.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Lakers trail by 3. Now Johnson. He has 6. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson surveying the floor. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
A huge night for Abdul-Jabbar. Few score like the big fella.
Here's Buckner. Here's Winters. No one near him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Abdul-Jabbar's got 11 rebounds in the game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
You see why they call Wilkes Silk. Makes the tough shot look easy.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
How about the work they've done from the in-between area? They are making it rain, and the storm ain't over yet.
You know something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success.
Jamaal Wilkes with a good game tonight. 13 points on very few shots.
Pass to Winters. To the middle. Here's Benson. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. One-on-one fast break. And then Johnson with the jam.
Johnson doing a nice job that time, leaking out in transition, making himself a prime target in these situations.
Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Nixon. 8 points for him. To the left wing and taken away by Johnson. And even 3-on-3 break. And then Johnson with the dunk.
How about the ferocious finish? Johnson not settling for the layup there.
Johnson, the pass to Nixon. Pass to Wilkes over Johnson. Wilkes, no good. Milwaukee's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And this is the type of shot they want. Coming up empty there, but I won't be shocked if they try to go back to this.
And pushing it up, Milwaukee. The Bucks again in transition.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers, trailing by 4. Pass to Nixon. Tries from 16, and he knocks down the jumper. Nixon's got 10 points.
Nixon knows he's got this shot down. No trouble hitting from mid-range.
Here's Buckner. Here's Winters. Here's Buckner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another basket for Milwaukee. Lakers trail by 4. Stolen. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Lost contact on the shot. Now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. The hustle stats for Milwaukee.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
Yeah, you know, the defense just hasn't been able to keep up with them in this one. The transition game, as a result of good defense, has been very strong.
Now, here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Here's Nixon. Offensive rebound. Landsberger. They shoot again. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Catches. He's checked in for Milwaukee.
42, catching.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Bridgman, guarded by Ford. Pass to Catchings. Here's Winters. He's got 19. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I don't think there was any question about that being a foul.
Yeah, no debate here. We could clearly see the contact.
For Milwaukee, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. And he sinks the second. The Lakers with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Nixon. 10 points for him. Cooper a screen on Moncrief. 17-foot shot on the way. That one goes in. Cooper's got 9.
And this is what Nixon does best. Such an outstanding floor general.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Bridgman. Here's Winter. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers shooting is leaving some to be desired. Just 36% here in the third quarter. Here's Cooper. He's got 9. Here's Johnson, and again it's the Lakers.
It's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
Moncrief, El Cid with it. Pass to Winter. By Johnson. Lakers trail by 4. Launches from deep. Here's Cooper.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Nixon. Six to shoot. Shoots over Moncrief. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Winters. 20 points for him. Catchings passes to Moncrief. Here's Winters. Covered by Johnson. For 3. Winters misses. So it's the Lakers now. Johnson goes in. And Magic Johnson with the slam. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Amazing one-handed punch right there.
Oh, man on a mission, Clark. You're right. In a close game, showing some ferocity.
These are the dunks you better finish if you're going up with just one hand.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. To the right side. Pass to Nixon. Here's Cooper. Moncrief defending. Here's Johnson for the tie. Shoots over Johnson. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Milwaukee's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Here's Catchings. Here's Winters. Moncrief up top. Here's Catchings. And the Bucks miss again.
Not a bad look, just didn't fall.
He gets it up. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway.
Sorry about that, guys. I had the wrong settings set. I should have double-checked before I went live, but I was so excited. You can't play this game on Superstar or Hall of Fame. It's just debug. You won't have balance. You can see how the beginning of the game was. It won't be balanced. It has to be all-star or nothing.
Still anybody's ball game. Here's Nixon. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. It's deflected. Ford passes to Cooper. Shoots over Moncrief. And they get it back. Left side, Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Nixon. And he lobs it up toward the rim and slams up.
Wow! What a play by Cooper! Nice pass!
And flush.
If they can come all the way back, we'll remember that one.
Now here's Walton. Pass to Johnson. Here's Moncrief. Here's Bridgman. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Haywood's got 5 rebounds tonight. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Nixon gets the bucket.
He'll be thanking his man for creating that window. The screen gave him plenty of room to operate.
They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche.
Now here's Walton. Here's Bridgman. Over Ford. Bridgman can't hit. Nixon, the pass to Cooper. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Ford, no luck. Washington's checked in for Cummings.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Bucks trail by 4. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Walton. Connects in the foul line jumper.
Hard to pass up a mid-range shot like that when you find yourself with that much space.
Pass to Haywood. Here's Cooper. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
The defense getting hung up on the pick there. They've got to get over it.
And every time they don't, they're just allowing the shooter to find the jumper.
High post try. And it's Walton missing.
And the D daring him to prove he can make it from that spot. Unfortunately for him, not able there.
And it's stolen by Moncrief. Pass to Washington. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys.
Oh, Spencer Haywood's down.
Oh, no.
With magic in there.
Last thing we want to see.
Spencer Haywood's hurt.
So tough. I hope he's going to be okay.
Looks like a wrist injury.
Magic Johnson checked in for Haywood. Los Angeles leading by 4. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to Cooper. Abdul-Jabbar with it. Over catchings, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Number 8, Marcus Johnson.
Bucks trail by 4. Now here's Walton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Milwaukee, no good that time either. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Perfect pass there. Understanding how to set up his teammate.
The Bucks have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Johnson left side. Over Wilkes. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Johnson.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for. That's the one they wanted. Get it into his hand and let him do his thing.
You have to lean on your guys in close games like this. The NBA is a stars league.
Now, here's Johnson. Inside, here's Nixon. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game.
With a hard road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Here's Walton. Pass to Johnson. Back to Walton. Just 5 to shoot. He tries for 3. Johnson can't get it to go. Lakers leading by 6. Johnson outside. Here's Cooper. Moncrief defending. And it's Cooper missing.
Well, that's not a bad look. He missed that chance, but he'll get them to fall if he gets space like that.
And Moncrief gets it to go. And here is Johnson. Pass to Cooper, the 10-footer. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
What a terrific setup. Getting the right guy the ball right when he needs it.
Johnson with it. He's guarded by Johnson. Johnson can't hit. Lakers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Good. And now an 8-point Laker lead. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. They get a hand on it. They're running.
He had the eye of the tiger there. You could see it, how determined he was to get to the rim on that fast break.
And that's the attitude you need to have. Get right to the iron and get something easy.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Lakers head athletic trainer. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. They're going to keep him off the court for the time being, and they don't rule out the possibility that he'll have to miss a few more games as a result. Kevin?
All right, good stuff, DA. That was an important update, Clark, for this team.
Certainly was. The more clarity on an injury, the better for everybody.
Well, as a coach or GM, you want to have a backup plan, but you need to know the timetable.
Now here's Moncrief. Pass to Bridgman. No good, unable to end this run.
Not officially a block, but it's one in my book.
He really affected the shot. Was in great position. Textbook defense.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Cooper. Here's Wilkes. Pass to Cooper. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. Hook shot on the way. He gets that one. Abdul-Jabbar's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Bucks shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Johnson left side. Now here is Moncrief. Here's Walton. Back to Moncrief. 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Johnson's got 11 points here in just the second half. Here's Nixon. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Down low. Nixon gets the bucket.
I don't think it's talked about enough. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a terrific passer, sees the floor extremely well.
Bucks trail by 14. Johnson left side. Moncrief up top. Johnson left side. Nixon, the pass to Cooper. Johnson outside. Here's Nixon, covered by Johnson. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Bridgman. Finished off the break.
Not allowing the defense to bother him. Bridgman is excellent at staying in control.
Johnson against Johnson. Johnson inside. And that one is good. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. They want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
The Bucks call time. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Don Nelson was discussing with his players. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need you to crank it up to 11 out there. That's how we turn it around. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And the Bucks miss again. Lakers leading by 14.
Benson. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Landsberger.
Shooting 2.
That one is off.
He knew he missed that one, man. He looked at that thing. Look at that free throw. Landsberger just knew he missed that. But we left his hands. Look at that. He was doing everything. Look at that. He was trying to everything he could. Come on, get in there. It's a contract here. I need every point.
So he can't get either to fall. Bucks trail by 14. Here's Benson. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 6 assists now in the game.
This is what a floor general looks like. The vision and the pinpoint pass.
Now here's Johnson. Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
At 7'2", Kareem is in near impossible cover, which is why defense is compromised.
Free throw drops for Abdul-Jabbar.
Man, Kareem is such a good free throw shooter in addition to everything else he does, man. Like, he's one of those, like, you look at all the great centers, I'm not so sure that Kareem is not the greatest of the greatest big men free throw. I mean, I know you got Jokic, but Jokic, in my opinion, is not as dominant as Kareem. You know what I mean? Like, the truly dominant, like the Shaqs, the Wilkes, Olajuwon. Kareem, I'm not so sure that Kareem might not be the best free throw shooter out of all of them, man. I've never seen him make. You look at the history of his career. I've never seen him miss big free throws, except maybe once back in '87 when he missed that one free throw. But that's when Mac Johnson hit that game when he hook shot to win the game. Other than that, that's it. Here goes Magic. He'll hold it.
Johnson outside. Pass to Wilkes. Here's Nixon. And here is Abdul-Jabbar. Rebound, Milwaukee. Benson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's stolen by Johnson. Right wing. Here's Nixon. 1:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Right side, Abdul-Jabbar. Los Angeles with another miss. Bucks trail by 14.
Not only racking up points, but also limiting their opponent's scoring. Really impressive win here for the Lakers.
And they really crashed the boards tonight, Mike, something I know you always stress.
Both teams are solid at rebounding.
Lakers are going to win this game, but not without casualties. We got injuries to key players. We'll talk about the post game.
Solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Magic Johnson.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
The defense willing to concede the mid-range. As the lesser of evils, it paid off there.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nixon. Johnson, that's for 2. No good that time. Buckner the pass to Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Welcome to the NBA, Magic Johnson. Welcome. Welcome to the NBA, Magic. Oh, my God. Marquise Johnson just, oh, my God. You may win the war, but he going to win the battle. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's almost, man, that is, welcome to the, oh my God, Magic Johnson. Come on, Buck. Come on, Buck. Get up, get ready. We got another game coming. It's just the first night. You got 81 more of these.
And as a result of that, they've made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual player.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. Mike, would you say they just kept a better energy throughout the game tonight?
They came in with extra confidence with the home crowd behind them.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Mike Fratello, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, and our entire 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
All right, man. A really helter-skelter defensive first game to start the season here. Man, let's take a look here, man. A lot of turnovers by the Lakers. They have 15 steals, but that's because I'm not even going to mention that. But they have 33. Yeah, this game didn't turn out the way I thought it would. I would hope that we had the settings were off to start the game because everybody knows superstar and Hall of Fame mode are pretty much debug modes, and it just throws everything off in favor of the computer, and everything for the user experience is just Bar Skyhook has been proven to be unstoppable. Went 9 for 19 tonight. Norm Nixon went 8 for 13, a great shooting performance by him tonight. Magic went 7 for 10, had 20 rebounds and 16 points playing the 2-guard spot, and 7 assists. 1 steal, but 9 turnovers. So that's courtesy of the thing. Jamaal Wilkes with 15 points, although he sustained an injury. Cooper with 15 off the bench and played a little point guard there. Had 5 assists. Spencer Haywood with 5 rebounds. And they're going to need him for the championship run if they're going to make it here in 1980. So we'll take a look here at Spencer Haywood, his situation. Look, and how is he doing? He has a wrist injury. He is day to day. And as far as Jamaal Wilkes, he has a back injury, and that is yet to be determined. So, man, a lot to be discussed here with the Lakers as they're going through a little adversity here to start the season. And that's the story here for the first game of the 1980 season revisited. You can find, if you want to see, well, that's not a loss. Let's put it on the Lakers here. If you just want to go ahead and catch every single game that comes through this series, you can find it on the playlist on my channel. It's live right now as we speak. This game will be deposited here. This game, alongside the reveal of all the rosters and everything, will be there, and you can go ahead and watch it at your own pleasure. Make sure you go ahead and read the description area, too, within the playlist as I diagram. I leave a little storyline there about the year and everything to keep for those that may be a little hazy on what happened back in 1980. I leave a little bit of a history there for you guys from a standpoint of someone who's watching it not knowing what's going to happen. You know what I mean? So with that, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here and see what's coming up next here on the Daily View in the 1980s. In the 80s. Let's see what the next game up to play. It will be the Nets next. So I'm not going to play every single game in the season. I'm going to pick the best matchups that I think that you and I would like to see. So I think I would like to see the Nets and the Cavaliers. That won't be a good. The Nets stink in 1980. I'm not going to be honest. We probably won't see very many New Jersey Net games, guys, because they just absolutely stunk in 1980, man. But the Rockets and the Warriors, that'll be pretty good. With I believe. Is Joe Barry Carroll there yet? I don't believe Joe Barry Carroll's. No, he's not there yet. But Robert Parrish is. Oh yeah, that'll be good. We'll do that one next. We'll do Rockets, Spencer Haywood. I'll do that on my own time. Just CPU do it. But that'll be the next matchup. So this will be a good matchup here. We'll have Moses Malone going up against Robert Parrish, man. A young Robert Parrish before he gets to the Boston Celtics. Rudy Tomjanovich at power forward and Robert Reed at small forward with Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy at the 2-guard position and Tom Henderson at the one going against John Lucas. So this should be a pretty physical game on the inside between Moses and Parrish. It's going to be a battle because if you know anything about Moses Malone, he loves contact, man, and he loves getting on them offensive boards. So it should be a good one. But I'm not going to come back with that game. I'm going to go ahead and start another one of the series. When I come back live, we'll be in 1985. And we'll start with a game in that series and get that playlist going for you guys. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Give this video a like if you enjoyed what you saw. And I will see you guys next time as we continue with the NBA Seasons Revisited series here on Rexington Strong Style Sports. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.